Alrighty. Let's see if we can do this without the dog barking and ruining the video. Hi everyone, Melissa again. Decided to do a real quick video, kind of updating you guys. This is another one of those lock videos, one of those lock journey videos. My sister's boyfriend kind of laughs at the whole idea of doing these videos, but I guess it kind of lets me know what I started from, what's different, what's changed, and all that kind of stuff. So I figure I put them up here just to chronicle the whole experience because it's been interesting so far. Started my locks, if you've seen my previous video, I think it was November 14th of last year, which would have been 2014. November this year, which is next month, would make an entire year since I've locked my hair. I need to check the old videos to see if there's been any significant growth. It feels like it's gotten a little bit longer. It feels like it has because it's a lot easier for me to put my hair in a ponytail, even though it's still kind of tight when I try to get everyone up in there. I don't really do ponytails that much because I find that my scalp is, I guess, really sensitive when it comes to all the pulling and the tugging and tightness of different styles, so I try not to do too much to it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So my friend started my hair with comb coils. I asked for like a medium small kind of thing, something a little bit slimmer than a pencil. And that's what I got. 18 hours and 2 days later, we got this. And my parents weren't really necessarily on board. My mom seems to be a little bit more into the idea now that, you know, she sees where I'm going with this and she sees how nice it can look when it's actually maintained, like how I do it, or when I get little fancy styles in it. So she enjoys those. My dad, not so much, but that's okay. My sister kind of jokes that it was her idea at first, but I've always wanted locks since I was in like 8th grade, and then last year I just decided to go for it. I think the only thing that was stopping me once I moved out of my parents' house was probably trying to figure out if getting into the workforce would be an issue with locks. And I noticed that as I've gotten older, and since I've gotten locks, I see a whole lot of working professionals with locks, and the fact that I was so worried about my hair stopping me from getting a job was absolutely ridiculous. These frogs outside, though, it's been raining all day today. It's kind of just made them extra happy with all this extra water. It's also going to be killer for mosquitoes. Oh my god. Where was I? So yeah, I started my locks, and I kind of found that my scalp is not the type to go 3 to 4 weeks without washing, so I kept to the same regimen when it came to washing and conditioning my hair as I did when my hair was free and natural. Washed it every week, and then I would put coconut oil on my scalp and then rub it through my hair just to keep it moisturized while it was still wet from the shower, and then I would retwist it and then put in the clips and sit under the dryer until my hair was dry. Nowadays, I don't always use the clips. Sometimes I use like the scrunchie method where I separate my hair into 4 sections and then retwist it in those 4 sections and let it air dry for a bit and then sit under the dryer to finish drying it for like another 30-45 minutes or something like that. I think it's like a little bit gentler on my hair. I find that my scalp doesn't feel quite as tight when I do my hair like that in the 4 sections, let it air dry a bit before I sit under the hair dryer, because my scalp lets me know exactly what it wants and what it doesn't want. It doesn't like dryness and it doesn't like too much heat. Usually a lot of heat will cause me to sweat, and then that would just irritate the daylights out of my scalp, which is really uncomfortable. And it never really became a problem, I think, until about 8 months into me having locks, because I never really had any issues or anything like that since I started my locks during Christmas, which is a fairly cool time, but when it went like through the summer, that's when I started getting some issues with I had to change up my products. Like I couldn't use the grease on my scalp anymore, or the type of grease I had on my scalp anymore, because it seemed like it would just cause my scalp to itch a whole lot when I sweat, and I had to switch up shampoos for a while because I think the fragrance from the shampoo I was using was actually causing irritation with my scalp. So I had to change to a more potent kind of medicated shampoo. I think it was sulfur 8 for a little while. Because a couple years back I actually found out that if I get, stressed to a certain level, my scalp breaks out into seborrheic dermatitis. If you don't know what seborrheic dermatitis is, it's like a really, really bad case of dandruff that that if it gets to an extreme enough extent can actually cause your hair to start falling out. And I found out that my body, whenever I get stressed or feel anxiety, it tends to show up in either my skin or my hair. And my head ain't cute enough to go bald, so I had to go and see a dermatologist, and he recommended this medicated shampoo. It was either the Neutrogena tea gel, or if I couldn't get my hands on that, sulfurate shampoo. And then they have this anti-dandruff, like anti-itch spray kind of oil sheen that kind of moisturizes the scalp and keeps it from itching. It was really helpful to use those because again, when I switched jobs a little while back after I got laid off from my last job, I had a temp job working at this place with really wonky hours, and it was kind of ridiculous, and it had me stressed out to the point where the seborrheic dermatitis came back. So first thing I remembered was the type of shampoo and the spray that I used to kind of keep my hair moisturized and under control when I had it the first time. So a couple of rounds of the shampoo later, and leaving my hair more loose rather than styling, kind of gave my hair that time to relax and calm down, which was great. So nowadays, if I do style my hair, I find that I can't keep it in longer than like a day or two because my scalp is so sensitive and tender. So, I get to do the same thing with my hair that I do with my nails. I change it up every so often, and it's kind of fun. So that's been happening. I think the only issue I mentioned in one of my previous videos, was that there was a lock that was refusing to lock. So there was one on this side, that's this one, that didn't want to lock. So what I did was I had to merge 2 really thin locks into like this medium-sized one. And then there was this one here that, even though it was the same size as the one on this side, it just refused to lock. So what I did was, you might not remember, there was a few more inches on here, and I had interlocked the bottom of the lock. And what I ended up doing was just leaving that in for a little while, I think for like 3 months, and let the hair grow out a bit. And then I got tired of the little straggly end, so I cut it off. So now I got this little guy in here, which is why most of the time when I wear my hair out, I just flip it to the side and just tuck that guy in there. This frog's so rude, though. This frog is so flippin' rude. I can't believe it. Anyway, so yeah. Other than the Lucky Charm midget in my hair, everything's been going great. I did have some weird puffiness going on, because if you look at my locks, you'll notice that everything is pretty congruent until you get to like the ends, like an inch before the ends, and that's where I wasn't retwisting it properly, and I left like the big fuzzy bulb at the end and didn't twist like I was supposed to be doing, which is kind of my own fault because sometimes I would get lazy with my locks. Now it's starting to tighten up a bit where it's not quite so bad or quite so obvious. On some of them you could only see like a little bit of a bulge, on some of them like right here. But it looks a lot neater now that I'm taking a little bit more time and a little bit more care with how I twist my locks whenever I maintenance them, which I do. It depends on how I feel. If I feel like my scalp is a little bit too sensitive, a little bit too tender, I might do it every 2 weeks. Or if my scalp is feeling fine and healthy and the roots of my dreads are looking like a little bit too unruly, I might just do the front, or I'll do my whole head. Kind of stuff like that. I have been toying with the idea of coloring it. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to do that because my hair already kind of has its own color going on. You probably can't really see it in this lighting, but it's like the roots are black, but due to years of being in the sun and everything, the tips are more like a dark brown rather than black, so that's kind of a cool effect. But I'm kind of toying with the idea of dyeing it, not quite sure what color. It might be one of those temporary colors. I'm not quite sure what they call it. I'll have to ask my friend Bob, who helped me start my locks, what those are, and kind of see what that's about. But so far, the whole experience has been really nice. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hair, and I haven't really gotten too many people downing my decision to wear locks. I think only a handful of people have actually said something along the lines of, oh, you need to take this out of your hair, you need to stop this mess, why you do that to all that pretty hair. And as far as I'm concerned, I think my hair is beautiful, and I love it this way, and I wish I would have done it sooner. I really do. Like, if I had started 2 years ago, I can only imagine how long and luscious it would look right now. So I'm looking forward to that in the future, and hopefully I'll have something fun to show you guys when it actually is my 1-year lock anniversary. I'm not entirely sure. I have to apologize about all these really casual videos and stuff like that. I haven't really done a video where I get all fancied up for you guys, but I feel like I do these videos in the spur of the moment when I feel it in my spirit to do these videos and stuff like that. I might do another one of those kind of talk to you, kind of encouragement videos, because I feel like it's real important that I do those, because it seems really important to me that I do those types of videos. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure, if you like the videos I posted so far, to hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below what you thought about this video and other videos if you get to watch anything else in my playlist. Oh my god, these frogs though. That is a sign that I need to go, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!